I found it very interesting to read about some of the pros and cons that Hughes and Roblier 2023 discuss when talking about gaming in the classroom. One main benefit that stood out to me was that, quote, instruction through games could be more appealing to students by centering on their desire to compete and play, end quote. Hughes and Roblier 2023, page 160. While reading through DeFreitas' 2018 literature review, she seemed to agree that gaming can have positive effects on, quote, student motivation, end quote, page 80. Those two statements reminded me of the games I've played with my students in the past. I've always found that the more competitive they were, the more motivated students were, and the more fun they seemed to have. However, DeFreitas 2018 did caution readers that more studies need to be conducted to really investigate how games, quote, ensure that the best interests of the learners are met, end quote, page 80. So even though students are having fun, that doesn't always mean that they're learning the content and skills they actually need to learn. So one of the main drawbacks that stood out to me while reading was that, quote, the goals of some games do not correspond with learning objectives, end quote. Hughes and Roblier 2023, page 160. Therefore, it's important for students to understand, quote, the relationship between game rules and content area objectives, end quote, so that students are truly aware of the, quote, knowledge and skills that they will be developing in the game, end quote. Hughes and Roblier 2023, page 162. In her review, DeFreitas 2018 argues that instruction is productive when it is, quote, enhanced by blended approaches that utilize games and face-to-face approaches, end quote, page 80. Therefore, I believe gaming can be a powerful tool when the games are clearly aligned to the classroom objectives and when they're used alongside other in-person learning strategies. I believe gaming can be inappropriate in the instructional setting when teachers don't take the time to coach students on how to conduct themselves when playing competitive games. When I worked in a middle school last year, I had students that didn't enjoy competitive games like Kahoot because of the leaderboard. They never saw their names on the board, which led them to internalizing the idea that they weren't smart like the rest of the students in the class. Therefore, I wish there would have been some work done on classroom culture or team building so that those students could have felt more comfortable making mistakes and being vulnerable with their peers. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.